Programming languages are the tools we use to write instructions for computers to follow. But to answer this question further, let's start by picturing a computer. Computers are machines that take an input and give an output. They're especially good at repeating tasks and performing calculations. Even though there are different types of computers, like laptops, phones, and even the computer that powers the little screen on your microwave oven, at the end of the day, all computers understand a common language: binary. Binary is a programming language made only of ones and zeros. The ones and zeros represent the states of on and off in the billions of switches on a CPU chip. When combined, the on and off switches represent data and instructions for how to complete complicated tasks and calculations. In this way, a computer's native tongue is binary. But as humans, it's hard to comprehend those ones and zeros. At a glance, binary looks like nonsense to us. Programming languages allow us to translate the abstract ones and zeros into something humans can understand. Programming languages fall into two different classifications: low-level and high-level. The programming languages that are closer to machine code or binary are known as low-level languages. For example, assembly language is a low-level language that's pretty hard to read because it's still structured to write instructions like a machine thinks, but it's easier to understand than ones and zeros. Although difficult to write, low-level languages are fast and give the programmer precise control over how the computer will function. On the other hand, high-level languages like Java, Python, and C++ are closer to how humans communicate. They use words in their instructions that are close to the language we use in our everyday, making them easier to program in and maintain. The downside is that they take more time to translate into machine code for the computer. As computers have become more powerful, the difference in runtime between low-level and high-level languages is often only milliseconds, which means that high-level languages can be used in more scenarios. So for the most part, high-level languages do the trick, which is why almost all software engineering jobs hire people who can program in high-level languages. High and low-level programming languages each have their own philosophies, advantages, and use cases. But at the end of the day, all programming languages are just different ways of telling computers what to do. Programming languages are tools, and deciding which one you need to use is much like the process of picking any tool. A hammer is easy to use to drive nails and requires less skill than using a saw, but try using a hammer to cut down a tree. As you explore the world of programming, understanding which languages are good for which tasks will become more clear. While humans and computers may not speak the same native tongues, programming languages are like a bridge. They allow us to translate our thoughts into instructions a computer can understand. In this way, you can think of programmers as the ambassadors between humans and computers. So no matter which language you choose, welcome to your new role as a technical diplomat.